The Youngstown Flea purchases the former Northeast Fabricators building, how to teach a child when English isn't their first language, and today it's all about me, since I'm hosting The Buzz and bringing you the After Hours Report all in one day. It's gonna be amazing. Hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Maggie Young and happy Thursday. This week's After Hours Report is now live at afterhoursyoungstown.com. This week we're featuring an amazing preview of the Millennial Theatre Company's virtual production of Songs for a New World. And we're going to show it to you right here on the Daily Buzz. But first, let's check in on the news at businessjournaldaily.com. The Youngstown Flea could have a new home after purchasing the former Northeast Fabricators building for $206,000. The 24,500 square foot building was built in 1870, making it one of the oldest buildings in the downtown Youngstown area. Youngstown Flea purchased the building from American Steel Industrial Leasing with financial assistance from Valley Economic Development Partners. Youngstown Flea secured a $250,000 mortgage from the agency's revolving loan fund. Calls to Derek McDowell, principal of the Youngstown Flea, were not returned. Neither were calls to Valley Economic Development Partners. First Ward Councilman Julius Oliver, whose ward includes downtown, tells the Business Journal, quote, "I know it's going to be 100% beneficial for the city." Also on our website today, we talk with Jim Klingensmith, the principal of Campbell K-6, and Moises Diaz, the school's family community outreach coordinator. Klingensmith says about a third of his students' primary language is Spanish. So with help from Diaz, the school is working to help the students become fluent in English and bridge cultural divides.
When they are small, they learn really quick, 2-3 years, but we still have some challenge in the language barrier with the parents. Because even if the kids are here and they learn the language in 2 or 3 years, we still have to deal or face the challenge to communicate with the parents.
After we brought Mr. Diaz in, and we also have our EL teacher, Ms. Nettie McDowell, I've learned things. So, and we've done some things in the district to address some of those needs.
You can hear more in the 3 Minutes with interview on our website. Okay, that's enough news for today because I know why you're all really here. It's because it's Thursday, and Thursday means it's time for the After Hours Report. And I know everyone is ready for the weekend to be here and for me to tell you what's going on. So here's me telling you all about the Millennial Theatre Company's newest virtual production in this week's After Hours Report. Hello and welcome to the After Hours Report. I'm Maggie Young and the local theater community is alive and well with virtual productions opening up across the internet. This weekend there will be yet another show opening up, and that's Songs for a New World, presented by the Millennial Theatre Company.
I had a house while you were gone. Week after you left me, I found a couple acres near Severna Park.
Songs for a New World is a show that's more of a song cycle, meaning that there's no through line in the show. It's more of a thematic concept, which is being at the precipice of change and at a moment where you have to make a decision. We felt like that show was very timely for what we're going through right now.
Director of the production and artistic director for MTC, Joe Ascenti, says the show has been in the works since early July. They just put the final touches on the project a little over a week ago.
I wasn't quite prepared to choose to take that risk and maybe lose.
So we had rehearsals throughout the month of July, and then audio for group numbers we did separately so we could blend them all together. So that was due at the end of July, beginning of August, and then we spent the months of August and September recording video, and then we spent the rest of September, beginning part of October, editing it all together into one final piece.
Savannah Florkowski is Vice President and Music Director for MTC.
This is a one-of-a-kind show. It's Jason Robert Brown like you've never seen before. I think it really puts on the true deepness of all his shows, but kind of it puts it in real life, because you can only do so much on a stage.
You don't want to buy me the phone? Well, that's just fine, Murray. It's not like I'm asking for much since you won't buy me the dog or the beach house in Quag, as if you didn't have the money. What else is new?
This music is very, it tells a story through so many different things. You have ones that are so deeply based in huge life events, and then you have other silly ones like the Christmas song that Rachel does. So Jason Robert Brown really knows how to pull at the heartstrings.
Although the theme in and of itself is already quite applicable to our current situation with the pandemic, we actually reframed the entire last 3 songs of the show to fit exactly around what we're going through right now.
Jenny's afraid of water. I mean, she swims so well, but still, she's afraid of water.
Because the show was a completely virtual one, MTC was able to round up an all-star cast in 8 different states and 2 countries.
We have people ranging from local, young adult actors who are still in high school and college, ranging all the way up to Broadway for this one. So we have Lisa Howard, which we're so thankful and excited about, who starred on Broadway in shows like Putnam County Spelling Bee, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, It Should Have Been You. She's been in Les Mis. She's been everywhere. And then we also have people who've done national tours. We also have people who have been performing on Disney Cruise Lines and other cruise lines. We've got people who are currently performers at Universal Studios in Orlando. And then, like I said, we've got some of our own local favorites that we've had time and time again in our shows.
Cast members Rachel Ruggieri, Will Ellis, and Jordan Holiday recorded their songs right here in Ohio, although from different cities around the state. Jordan in Cleveland, Will in Cincinnati, and Rachel in Youngstown.
I play Mrs. Claus in Surabaya Santa.
And before I had the chance to take control, we retired to your palace on the pole, where we only had ourselves and the reindeer and the elves, and a lot of things we never said about the life I could have led if I had had the sense to stay away.
The show is a collection of many different characters, all telling their stories about their lives and kind of what changes they want to come out of their lives. It's really relatable for all people because I think we can all find one of these characters to relate to. My character specifically is Mrs. Claus, and she realizes that life may not be as ideal as she thought it would be with Santa Claus.
Once upon a time, I had tides to control, I had moons to spin, and stars to ignite. I'm a lead soloist. I sing King of the World. Songs for a New World is actually one of my favorite shows of all time, so I saw this opportunity to be in it, and I was like, I have to be in it. King of the World, this person is in prison for basically protesting, and so it's all these different stories and amazing songs of people at this kind of crazy moment in their lives, and especially in this day and age that we're all kind of in a crazy moment.
I sing the song The Flag Maker, 1775.
One more star, one more stripe, join the blue, the white, and red.
I'm really excited to be a part of this show. This is actually my first performance in around 5 years. I absolutely love the song that I sing in this show. It is, I think, probably one of the more vocally challenging songs that I have probably ever sung, just with all of the different, the emotion that comes with the song. It's a wartime song. It's, not only is it somber, but there's just a host of emotions that you go through when you're singing this song. So it was definitely a challenge for me, which I really loved.
One more star, one more stripe.
And although every theater production comes with its challenges, this new virtual format comes with a completely new set.
Especially doing a musical, and especially a musical that involves large group numbers at times.
It's all luck, it's just luck. There's no way you can win the game, 'cause
It was just like directing in person, but you have that lag on Zoom, so it's really hard to work on vocal technique.
Actors had to become skilled lighting designers and sound designers because they had to figure out how to light themselves.
It's exciting because it brings a lot of new ideas to the table, but it's also very challenging because you can't really rehearse music online with like internet lag and things like that.
I definitely really miss like the camaraderie of like forming relationships and friendships with people when you're in a show.
It's definitely different. It's different than any show I've been a part of. When I'm kind of performing by myself in my basement with black curtains all up around me and, and just my phone on a stand.
It's as difficult as putting on a real life show because we've never done this before.
But it's been a lot of fun, truthfully. Yes, there's challenges, but I think that we're taking, the lemons and making lemonade.
I met a man who had no yearn or claim to fame, who was content to let life pass him for a while.
The show will be opening up this Saturday and will be available to stream through January 2nd.
So if you're purchasing tickets ahead of Saturday's premiere date, you're going to need the code MTC to unlock the event. So you'll go to millennialtheater.org and you can click the tickets tab, put in the pre-sale code MTC, and you can unlock the event. If you're a single viewer watching it in a single location, it's $20 for the streaming code. And if you are a family or a group of people, it's $30. And then that code is good for 48 hours after the first time you press play. So if you can buy it ahead of time and wait 2 weeks to watch it, just once you press play, that 48-hour clock begins.
The Millennial Theatre Company says they plan on putting together more virtual productions in the future. In fact, you can catch a preview of the next show at the end of the Songs for a New World stream. So what is it?
Off the record.
Well, you'll just have to watch the show to find out.
Submitted for your approval. The future of basketball, the man with the muscle and the man with the move.
You really, really are making the most of what we can and doing this as safely as possible, not only for our cast and our crew, but also for our patrons.
We kind of need to still come together and support the theater and support the arts and make sure that even when we can't do it in person, we're still supporting and celebrating the arts and showing like we can still work through this and we can get through to the other side.
I think now is a perfect time to watch this show, and I just hope that everyone, really loves the show.
The steam train's rolling by, steam train chugging down the hill.
If you'd like to learn more about the Millennial Theatre Company's production of Songs for a New World, then be sure to check out this story by entertainment editor Guy DeStolfo at AfterHoursYoungstown.com. And after you check that one out, be sure to browse all the latest entertainment news After Hours Youngstown has to offer. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all next week. Wow, what an amazing segment. Arguably one of the best segments on our Business Journal and After Hours Youngstown platforms. Truly amazing work. So, like I said, be sure to check out the Millennial Theatre Company's Songs for a New World. And that's it for today's Daily Buzz. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. And as always, the links to all the stories we talked about are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maggie Young.
717 Credit Union is paying it forward because we care about our business community. We are offering 6 months of free ACH and domestic wire services through small business payments when you open a free e-business checking account. 717 Credit Union. We are here for your business.